Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up. Because what just went down between Papoose and Eazy The Block Captain isn't just messy, it's street poetry with fists. Flushed face. After months of silence, heartbreak, betrayal, and that awkward hoodie photo nobody asked for, Papoose finally snapped. And this time, he didn't pull up with a verse, he pulled up with violence. According to multiple eyewitnesses, Papoose caught Eazy slipping at a private event, and baby, he didn't come to talk it out. He came swinging. Security was there, but guess what? So was rage, pain, and a decade of loyalty gone to waste. We're hearing reports of tables flipped, chains yanked, and Eazy allegedly trying to duck behind a speaker system while yelling, "I ain't mean it like that." Sir, what exactly did you mean then? From black love to backhanded blows, this story has gone from tragic to straight up cinematic. And the footage? Oh, it's coming. You know it's coming. So now the internet is asking, did Papoose finally reach his limit? And more importantly, did Eazy deserve every second of that beatdown? Let's break it all down right now. Because this fight might have just changed everything. It was supposed to be just another industry event, low lights, soft drinks, and fake smiles. But by the time the cameras started rolling and the whispers turned to screams, one thing was clear. Papoose was done playing nice. This wasn't just a scorned husband clapping back online. This was a man pushed to the edge, a man who had sat back quietly, watched his wife's loyalty unravel in public, and endured months of being memed, mocked, and emotionally massacred. And on that night, surrounded by rappers, influencers, and half a dozen too late security guards, he made a decision to end the silence, to yendi Eazy. Let's back up and paint the picture, because this drama didn't just appear overnight. Ever since rumors started swirling about Remy Ma and Eazy The Block Captain, the internet has been on a digital manhunt for clues, screenshots, and confessions. What started as mentorship turned into midnight sessions. And before you knew it, everyone was talking. Is Remy cheating? Is Papoose really that calm? Or is he planning something? Why is Eazy looking extra confident these days? At first, Papoose didn't say a word. Nothing. Not even a cryptic tweet. He did what real ones do, he observed in silence. But behind that silence, rumors of heartbreak, confusion, and a slow-boiling rage. Friends close to the family said Papoose was a shell of himself. One insider claimed he stopped going to events, stopped recording music, and even turned down an anniversary special that BET offered him and Remy. He was broken, they said. He gave her everything, and she gave it to another man like it meant nothing. Now enter Eazy The Block Captain, the side piece turned show-off. The lyrical underdog who suddenly became too confident, posting thirst traps in oversized hoodies and showing up in interviews with that grin. Fans noticed it. His aura changed. His tone changed. And whether it was ego or infatuation, one thing was clear. Eazy wasn't hiding anymore. In fact, just 2 weeks before the incident, Eazy appeared on a podcast where the host jokingly asked, "You ever worry about Papoose catching you out somewhere?" And Eazy, with a straight face, replied, "Worry? Nah, I'm outside. If he wants to talk, we can talk." Oh, baby, be careful what you wish for. Because the universe doesn't like arrogance. And Papoose, he had heard enough. Fast forward to that fateful night. A low-key networking event in Midtown Manhattan. The room was filled with industry heads, upcoming artists, podcast hosts, and a couple of surprise faces. One of them being Eazy himself. And guess who else showed up? Papoose. But here's the thing, he wasn't on the guest list. He wasn't scheduled to speak. No press. No entourage. He walked in wearing all black, hoodie up, eyes locked. And according to an eyewitness who spoke anonymously, you could feel it. The tension. The air got tight the moment he stepped in. People stopped moving. It was like something out of a movie. Now here's where it gets even more cinematic. Eazy was reportedly standing near the back of the venue, talking to a small group of fans and laughing when Papoose approached. Security immediately noticed and began making their way over, but it was too late. Because before anyone could say, "What's up?" Papoose swung. Witnesses say the first punch landed clean, catching Eazy completely off guard. The man stumbled back into a speaker system, knocking over a mic stand. And from there, chaos. Security tried to intervene, but Papoose wasn't having it. He kept swinging, one hand grabbing Eazy by the collar, the other still throwing years of pain with every hit. People were screaming. Phones were out. One DJ reportedly ducked under his own table. And through all the madness, one phrase was allegedly heard from Papoose himself. "You knew what you were doing. You smiled in my face. You knew." Now let that sit for a second, because that's not a punchline. That's a funeral speech for trust. Security eventually broke them up, dragging Papoose back as Eazy stumbled to a corner, holding his jaw. He didn't fight back, not because he couldn't, but because in that moment he realized he deserved it. Or at least, the internet sure thought so. Because within minutes, clips of the altercation started leaking online. Blurry, shaky, chaotic, just the way viral footage loves to be. One 15-second video showed Papoose lunging toward Eazy while someone off-camera yelled, "Not in front of the label heads." Another showed Remy Ma herself rushing in late, reportedly trying to de-escalate the situation, yelling, "Stop! Stop! What are y'all doing?" But by then, the damage was done. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all on fire. Hashtag Papoose snaps. Hashtag Remy drama. Hashtag Block Captain folded. Memes hit within the hour. One showed a Mortal Kombat screen with Papoose wins, flawless victory. Another had Eazy photoshopped inside a trash can with the caption, "When bars ain't enough to save your life." But it wasn't just fans who reacted. Celebrities started chiming in. Fat Joe posted a side-eye emoji on IG and wrote, "Told y'all not to play with that man." Fabulous tweeted, "Black love got hands now, huh?" Even 50 Cent, who's never one to miss a good dragging, reposted the punch with his signature laughing emojis and wrote, "Now that's a remix." Police car light collision. The streets were entertained. But behind the laughs, people knew this was personal. Because this wasn't about clout. This wasn't a PR stunt. This was years of loyalty, humiliation, and public embarrassment boiling over in front of an audience who once worshipped them as the blueprint for love. And Papoose? He didn't run. He didn't release a statement. He walked out of the venue like a man who had finally said what needed to be said, with his hands. The internet might have been eating it up, but insiders say the aftermath is far from over. Because what happened next? Oh, we're just getting started. The dust hadn't even settled on the venue floor when Remy Ma arrived, late, breathless, and confused. And let's be clear, the moment she stepped into the chaos, cameras caught everything. Remy came running in with her assistant and her signature attitude, but this wasn't the Remy we've seen on red carpets or interviews. This was a woman panicked, shaken, and cornered by a reality she could no longer deny. According to two sources at the event, she was overheard screaming, "I told you both to stop. This wasn't supposed to go like this." Baby, what was this supposed to be, exactly? Because now, it looks like a full-on street fight between your husband and your secret lover, all while executives, bloggers, and bystanders hit record. One insider told a gossip outlet, Remy broke down in the hallway. She was crying, not just from embarrassment, but because, for the first time, it hit her. She's the reason this happened. But don't get it twisted. The internet wasn't feeling sympathetic. As footage of Papoose storming out hit the web, TikTokers, podcasters, and Twitter detectives swarmed in like emotional vultures. Fan reactions? Brutal. Remy sat there letting Eazy diss Papoose in interviews. This is what she gets. You gave up black love for a man who got folded in under 30 seconds. This ain't no love triangle. It's a PR disaster. She lost a real one for a rapper who can't even defend his face. Within hours, hashtags were trending worldwide. Hashtag justice for Papoose. Hashtag Remy ruined it. Hashtag Eazy folded like laundry. And then came the memes. Oh Lord, the memes. Eazy the Block Captain in a hospital bed with auto-tune set to flatline. Remy photoshopped holding a broken crown with the caption, "Queen of what?" Exactly? One clip of Papoose walking off calmly with the words, the only real one in this whole damn storyline. But the internet wasn't the only battlefield. Media outlets went into full attack mode. TMZ, Shade Room, Hollywood Unlocked, all with headlines like Remy Ma's loyalty questioned after Eazy beatdown at industry event. Was this love or just lust? Fans slam Remy Ma for choosing chaos. Sources claim Eazy was warned, but laughed it off. And you already know celebs were watching. Eyes. Cardi B liked a shady tweet that read, "Never clown the man who would have gone to war for you." Some of y'all got it backwards. Fat Joe posted a cryptic message on IG. Loyalty outlives lust. Every time. Even Busta Rhymes chimed in during an interview. Papoose is a legend, man. You don't play with a man like that and expect peace forever. So what did Eazy do? What every guilty man does in 2025. He ran to Clubhouse to tell his side. And phew, it didn't help. In a room titled "Let's Talk About It," the Papoose thing, Eazy joined a panel of bloggers and tried to explain what happened. But instead of humility, fans say he came off as smug. His words? "I ain't gonna lie, I ain't expected to go like that. I thought it was all behind us. But he made his choice. I had to respect it." Excuse me? Respect? This man just tried to use the word respect, while his lip was still swollen from catching a Brooklyn backhand. To make it worse, one listener asked if he regretted his relationship with Remy Ma. Eazy paused and then said, "Nah, she was worth the risk. Sir, she was married." Cue the firestorm. Social media dragged him for filth. Commenters called him delusional, disrespectful, and immature. One viral tweet said, "Imagine losing a man who would have taken a bullet for you for someone who can't even block a punch." But while Eazy flailed on Clubhouse, Remy Ma was plotting her PR comeback, because damage control was now in full effect. Less than 24 hours after the incident, her team released a statement. Remy Ma is deeply saddened by recent events. Personal matters should never escalate into public conflict. She is focused on healing and asks for privacy at this time. Privacy? Ma'am. The streets are on fire and you asking for privacy? This ain't a family vacation. It's a public scandal with a body count. Meanwhile, Papoose? Still silent. No tweets. No interviews. No subtweets. Just silence. But according to a source close to him, the silence is strategic. He doesn't want to fight fire with fire. He already said what he needed to say with his hands. Now he's focused on moving forward. And here's the kicker. Rumor has it, Papoose is gearing up to drop a new track. A direct response. A lyrical ether aimed at both Remy and Eazy. Word on the street? The title might be Closure. Because that's what this man is giving himself, on beat. Meanwhile, legal drama might be looming. A high-profile entertainment lawyer hinted on Twitter that Eazy could pursue assault charges, especially since the attack was recorded from multiple angles. But here's the twist. That same lawyer also added, pursuing charges may open the door for public legal discovery, including DMs, texts, emails, and anything that could become public record. So basically, snitching might open Pandora's box. And Eazy? He's allegedly reconsidering pressing charges. Because while his jaw may be bruised, his secrets are still intact. And that might be more valuable than a court win. Now, let's not forget the brand impact. Multiple insiders report that Remy Ma has been dropped from 2 upcoming brand deals, one being a wellness partnership, the other a podcast series on relationships. The irony, one executive reportedly said, "We can't push a message of healing while she's trending for betrayal. That's just bad optics." Ouch. And as the public slowly shifts back to Papoose, something remarkable is happening. A loyalty movement is forming. TikTok is flooded with videos honoring Papoose, his poems, his love letters to Remy, his Black love legacy. People are creating fan edits praising his strength and integrity. He's gone from heartbroken husband to hero of the betrayed. One viral caption read, "Papoose didn't lose a wife. Remy lost a warrior." Mic dropped. But this story isn't over yet. Because we still have one question hanging in the air. Where does Remy go from here? She tried to play both sides, and now both bridges are on fire. Her man is done. Her side dude is bruised. Her image? Cracked wide open. And just when you think this can't get any more chaotic, by the time the smoke cleared, the bruises faded and the tweets slowed down, a different kind of tension started brewing, the kind that doesn't play out in front of flashing cameras or screaming fans. No, this part of the drama was deadly quiet and legally dangerous, because now lawyers are stepping in. According to leaked legal notes from someone close to Eazy The Block Captain's camp, the rapper is now formally reviewing his options with his legal team. The goal? Possible assault charges against Papoose, and an injunction to stop further public defamation. But here's the kicker. Even Eazy's own people are torn. One source told a blog anonymously, if he files, sure, he might win in court. But on the streets, he'll never recover. He's already being called soft. Taking legal action would end what little respect he has left. And let's be honest, the streets have spoken. Every comment section is a war zone. And let's just say, Team Papoose is winning by a landslide. Even people who had sympathy for Remy earlier in the saga are now flipping sides. It's not about betrayal anymore. It's about honor, disrespect, and how far someone's allowed to go before they snap. But here's where the plot thickens. Just 3 days after the brawl, Papoose's team quietly filed a restraining order against Eazy. Not because he's scared, but because, according to sources, Papoose doesn't trust the industry to play fair anymore. And guess who else might be getting served? That's right, Remy Ma. According to a highly placed insider, there's serious talk of Papoose filing for divorce. And let's just say, it won't be peaceful. Not after what's leaked. Because baby, the DMs, voicemails, and call logs coming out now, they're worse than anyone expected. Screenshots obtained by a small gossip account and reposted by fans show Remy allegedly texting Eazy lines like, "I'm so tired of pretending. You make me feel real again. He still thinks we're good, but I'm done playing house. Just wait a little longer. I promise I'm yours." One voice memo reportedly had Remy whispering, "He's loyal, but I feel trapped. You make me breathe." The disrespect. You mean to tell us the same man who stood by you during your darkest days was nothing more than a stepping stone? Fans went off. This isn't just betrayal. It's psychological warfare. How do you cheat on someone that prayed you through prison? Eazy was the getaway car, but Remy was the driver. Let's not get it twisted. And as if things couldn't get more tragic, rumors started swirling about Papoose's mental health. One blog reported that he was recently spotted at a wellness center upstate. Not a rehab, not a hospital, just a quiet facility for people recovering from emotional trauma. The headline? From loyal to lonely, Papoose reportedly seeks peace in silence. People were gutted. TikTokers started creating video tributes with old clips of Papoose rapping about Remy, hugging her at award shows, and holding her hand on red carpets. Background music? All of Me by John Legend. The captions? He really loved her, and she threw it away. Sometimes love isn't enough when you're being lied to. Meanwhile, Remy Ma's camp tried to flip the narrative. Again, her PR manager reached out to several blogs asking them to shift the conversation toward Remy's growth and female empowerment. One campaign even included phrases like, "She's choosing herself after years of emotional suppression." The internet said, "Absolutely not." One user replied, "You don't get to play victim after building a house of lies and lighting it on fire." Another, "Empowerment doesn't mean betrayal. Y'all confusing self-love with self-centeredness." And then, as if summoned by the internet gods of irony, Remy posted a photo. Caption, "Healing in silence. Moving in truth." Ma'am, you were just dragged online by half the culture, and now you want to hit us with spiritual quotes? The comment section was ruthless. "You should have healed before you cheated. Papoose moved in truth. You moved in DMs. Respectfully, sit this one out." And through it all, Papoose still said nothing. But then he posted a teaser clip. No audio. Just a black and white visual of him in a studio, writing something by hand, staring at the mic, then slowly looking into the camera. Caption, "Closure. Coming soon." the internet exploded. People instantly knew this isn't just a diss track. This is a public autopsy of a relationship. And with Papoose behind the pen, it's gonna hurt. Music blogs started teasing the concept. One insider claims the track will not only address the fight, but will include real voice recordings, actual dates, and bars that call out Remy by name. Even Remy's team is reportedly nervous. One source said, "She doesn't know how far he's gonna go, but it's Papoose. He never misses when it's from the heart." And let's not forget Eazy, who's reportedly avoiding all public events, canceling appearances, and staying low. His last IG post? Deleted. His last story? Blank. And that podcast he promised to return to for part 2 of the convo? Quiet as a mouse. Because when the culture turns on you, there's no safe space left to hide in. And here's the real kicker. The industry is quietly picking sides. One promoter canceled Eazy from an upcoming battle rap event, saying they can't have drama distracting the show. A popular podcast has officially blacklisted Remy Ma from guest appearances, claiming the audience trust isn't there anymore. And 2 brands that once endorsed Papoose are now tripling their offers, citing him as a symbol of resilience. A full circle moment for a man who never asked for this. So now the world waits for the track, for the fallout, for the final chapter in a saga that's exposed more than just relationship drama. It's revealed the cost of betrayal, the strength of silence, and the power of a man who said nothing until it was time to say everything. Because at the end of the day, Eazy may have stolen Remy Ma, but Papoose? He kept his soul. And in this twisted world of clout chasers, hidden agendas, and Instagram illusions, that's the real victory. And there you have it. A love story turned public demolition, a lyrical king forced to throw hands, and a side rapper who got more than just a taste of fame. He got a mouthful of karma. From Remy Ma's silence to Eazy's swollen ego and face, this saga has given us everything. Betrayal, heartbreak, hidden messages, and now a pending diss track that might bury careers. So we gotta ask you, the real ones watching, Face with Monocle, was Papoose wrong for putting hands on him? Or was that justice served lyrical and lethal? Broken heart did Remy Ma play herself by choosing attention over authenticity? Fire, and is Eazy the Block Captain just a rapper or the biggest homewrecker of the decade? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We want to hear every take. Because this isn't just tea anymore. This is hot grease bubbling over. And here at Gossip Spill Vibe, we're not just reporting it. We're setting the kettle on fire. So if you're here for the real stories the other blogs are too scared to tell, crown smash that like button. Collision hit subscribe. Bell and turn on your notifications so you don't miss the next messy meltdown, leaked message, or diss track that sets the internet on fire. This was Gossip Spill Vibe, where we don't whisper the drama, we scream it from the rooftops. Until next time, stay messy, stay petty, stay plugged in.